You can love and hate your family with equal measure, but the power of the bond you have to have with them, you can't really ever walk away. Love and hate have a magical transforming power. They are the great soul changers. We grow through their exercise into the likeness of what we contemplate. My heart is taken by someone I can't call my own, so I decided to have my heart back and say goodbye. I hate you because I love you, and you let me down. I loved her. I still love her, though I curse her in my sleep. So nearly one is love and hate, the two most powerful and diverse emotions that control man, nations, life. I hate you because I love you, and you let me down. Being friends after a breakup is like having iced tea and hot coffee together. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus one day, so I never have to live without you. Why can't you tell me that you love me? You may end up making me hate you someday. I never knew what love was until I met you, then when distance pulled us apart, I found out what true love is. I still repeat the nasty things you said in my head. Neither do I care about you, nor do I care that it kills you deep down. I have loved you all my life. It has just taken me this long to find you. Just when I think that it is impossible to love you anymore, you prove me wrong. Be careful how far you push me away. I may end up liking it there. I hate it when your mind is telling you to stop loving someone, but your heart can't let go. I need you like a heart needs a beat. Trust gets you killed, love gets you hurt, and being real gets you hated. All worth it. The first time you touched me, I knew I was born to be yours. We just became strangers who knew each other really well. Sometimes, when I try to get rid of those romantic love feelings, I realize I have to just get rid of you instead. You broke my heart. I tried living with it, and then you broke my trust. That, my dear, is not acceptable. I loved you so much that there was no room for hate. Now that you have broken my heart so bad, I have truckloads of hatred for you. After all that you did with my love, it feels good to be bad. After all that you did with my love, it feels good to be bad. Love and hate cannot be avoided. You cannot feel one without the other two. It is your choice whether or not you are going to let what you feel make you miserable or contented. You either feel wonderful about where you are in life, or you try to risk everything you have. The problem with hating someone is that it only leaves you scars that are too ugly to look at. Love cannot stifle, nor can it dictate. Either of those circumstances will turn a tender feeling into something ugly. I fell in love the way you fall asleep, slowly and then all at once. I am no longer going to waste time thinking about that wasted time with you. One day, you will realize the value of my love, and that day, please don't come back. If you love someone who doesn't love you back, you are seriously wasting your time. One day, you will see what you have lost. One day, I will see what I have gained. When someone truly loves you, they make an effort, not an excuse. I broke my heart by falling in love with you. The truth is that people get hurt all the time. It is only a matter of finding someone worth it all. If someone hates you, secretly they are admiring you. They deserve your love and not your hate. Pain will subside for the physical, but those that have bruised your soul apparently never will. The best hiding place was love. Thus the conversion from pristine sadism to fabricated hatred, to fraudulent love. If you learn to love and hate, then choose to whom each of these two emotions will be directed towards. Inside every person's heart is a will to destroy things, a will to just let it all go down to ashes. Learn to give and let go, and you will find yourself being happy most of the time in your life. There is something about love and hate that brings people down from their pedestals, darling. Should you ever find yourself in doubt about what you feel, I suggest you trust your instincts. All those times I was in love with you, I realized we were making a house of cards. A little gust of wind, and now, it is gone. Thank you, but your opinion doesn't matter anymore. You no longer hold a special place in my heart. The best and most beautiful things in this world cannot be seen or even heard, but must be felt with the heart. Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. With you, I lose myself. Without you, I find myself wanting to become lost again. Remember, we're madly in love, so it's alright to kiss me anytime you feel like it. The more he smiled, the more I wanted to hate him, and yet it was the very thing that made hating him impossible. Love is when you meet someone who tells you something new about yourself. Goodbye as, you suck, I hate you, and yet, somehow I'll miss you too. You don't deserve my image in your head. You don't deserve my memories in your chest. There was only one way such a story could end: a stake in a match. Now he was nothing to her, just a lesson in time, a wicked boy man, incapable of wealth or prestige. She could be a fire hazard. Maybe we should remove her from the ship before she spontaneously combusts. The people that tell you what you want to hear are the most dangerous enemies you'll ever meet. Darling, as far as I know, there is nothing good that hatred has ever done to mankind, ever. At times, you just have to let your anger pass before you ever speak a word. Be calm, dear. Never should you let anyone make you suffer for what you feel, because that is solely yours. You will thank me one day for not filling your head with false compliments. Adversity teaches one more than flattery ever will. Do I love you? My God, if your love were a grain of sand, mine would be a universe of beaches. I saw you, I loved you, but now I miss you, and I still can't speak because I know you hate me. I would join combat or die trying. A fine choice of words. What had been meant as a melodramatic proclamation was now to be my intended irony. I love having to attend the one class that is being taught by a professor who feels that their class is the only class being taught at the university and gives nothing but busy work. I hate it when girls says them done over and over again, but they still stays with the man they done with. How would it be if all my hate disappeared like my youth, if after all this time his very hatred of me turned out to be something gentle, some kind of love? So you blame me for everything? Well, my love was always a reflection of yours. You borrowed my love, but you did not have the permission to play with it. My love seems to have evolved. It has evolved into eternal hatred towards you. I am an affectionate person, but I don't have to prove it to you anymore. If I delete your number, basically, I have deleted you from my life. I love you, but I hate the way you push me aside sometimes. Sometimes, I feel like giving you a high five, but it is worth it? Please don't change a thing. I am in love with the pieces that complete you. A person in the right mind would not love and hate at the same time. You can choose only one. Sometimes, you turn into something bitter because you do not get what you thought you would. It truly is sad when the person who promised you forever suddenly forgets who you even are. Stop it with the confusion. The truth is that love and hate will always go with each other, dear. In the entire world, there is no heart for me like yours. In the entire world, there is no love for you like mine. You should never trust a wolf in sheep's clothing, because the only thing the wolf will ever want to do is break you. He would almost call this feeling for Jeanette hate, if he were not so afraid it was love. It's better to hate someone in the beginning rather than end up hating someone after loving. It was a funny thing, how fear made him look so much younger, how it rounded his eyes and erased the cruel grimace of his sneer so that he looked, just for an instant, like the boy she'd first met at synagogue. You want people lined up, Will. You want the good guys on one side, the bad on the other. It doesn't work that way, does it? It is never that simple. Love, for example, leads to hate. I think that was what started it all. Primitive love. They may not know each other to say it, but it was never hidden. How much ever they hated each other, fate ties them together. Sometimes I wish I were passionate about something real, something I knew I could succeed in. Right now all my dreams are a little far-fetched. In order to get people to love you, you've got to get some people to hate you. I loved spending time with you, but honestly, I don't have any time for you anymore. Yes, I am smiling, but your love is not the reason anymore. I hate when you don't try to reconcile in love. I miss how close we were, but I don't regret it. The giving of love is an education in itself. Have a nice life. I am done being part of it. There is nothing more magical than the feelings you have for the person you love. When you love and hate a person at the same time, you need to decide which matters far more. I thought you meant what you promised, but guess what? I was wrong. Everything that I understand because I love you. There is but sadness in hating someone who you have been long dreaming of every night. He was a prince, he was fickle, he was rude, he was arrogant, I knew better, I was low-born, he was wrong, I didn't even like him. The best thing to do about your feelings is to try to understand where they are coming from. No one can hate you more than someone who used to love you. If you are to accept that embracing the sacred dark is as necessary as embracing the sacred light, does that mean that it does not matter if you live or die, heal or hurt, love or hate? You should apologize to yourself and help be the change, as opposed to fueling the hate. I'd rather have you hating me than not have you at all. I hate and love. And why, perhaps you'll ask? I don't know, but I feel, and I'm tormented. I love you, even when I hate you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,